So hi everyone. So welcome to this new video. So today we will be seeing why we use a Spring Boot instead of Spring framework that we actually have. Why we need a external additional framework. So we will first start with the problems with Spring and why we moved to Spring Boot. So basically, Spring-based application has lot of configuration. Example, when developing Spring MVC, let's say. So that required too many configurations in the component scan, dispatcher servlet, view resolver, and many more. So these required configurations, and these configuration you have to do manually if you are not using Spring Boot. Next is when we use Hibernate or JPA in Spring MVC, then we have to configure the data source, entity manager, factory, and also you have to do all these again manually. Also, if you come down, then we have dependency and version management. So that is very complex thing, and we have to make it compatible to the system so that it will run. So that also you have to maintain manually. So all the necessary Spring Beans and maintaining the dependencies. So all this you have to do it manually if you are not using Spring Boot. So why not automate all these configurations and create one framework on the top of Spring framework that we can call it as an extension. So that we call as Spring Boot. Okay, so let's move to next slide. So why Spring Boot? The main goal of Spring Boot, as we discussed, like quickly create the Spring-based application without requiring developers to write same boilerplate codes and configuration again and again. So if you see like in our project, so there are so many boilerplate codes. So what are these boilerplate codes? So these boilerplate codes are nothing but the same copy pasted code in every project that will be same, and you have to configure every time when you create a new project. So that is that, and you should not be doing this. Developers' main motive and goal should be to focus on the logic instead of copy pasting the same boilerplate codes again and again. So that will like increase the development time. So that resolves our Spring Boot. Yeah, that is very cool, right? Auto configures components that we have seen already. Simplifies dependency management, faster developments. So how we achieve all this? Let's see. So Spring Boot features. So these are the Spring Boot features. So auto configuration, embedded servers, starter dependencies, and production ready actuators. So what are all these? So auto configuration give you the boilerplate codes that contain all the Spring beans that is all already created, right? So you don't have to create the beans which is required every time. Embedded server. So Tomcat is come to you when you install the Spring Boot. So this is embedded to you. You don't have to manually create any server. You have available this Tomcat. You can also change it to JD or any other. So you starter dependencies. So what are starter dependencies? So these are pre-configured codes with most commonly used library dependencies. So you don't have to search for compatible library versions and configure manually, right? So these are starters. There are so many starters. If you go to spring.io, let me go. I'll show you what are starters. So let's go to spring.io. So this is the main website for Spring Boot. If you have to see any guidance or want to learn anything, so you can figure out this. So what Spring can do. So it has generative AI, microservices, reactive cloud. All these are supported by Spring. Web apps, serverless, event-driven batch. So all these are provided by Spring Boot. So let's see first what are Spring Boot startup files. Okay. So these are starters actually. So most commonly like we are creating a web-based application. So this is the Spring Web that comes with built-in web, including RESTful application using Spring MVC, uses Apache Tomcat as the default embedded container. Similarly, we have for JPA. So this is Spring Data JPA. So every starter that you add in your project, so that will actually has a convention name. So that is start with Spring Boot starter and hyphen JPA. Likewise, web. So these are the most common tools or like dev tools we use. Most commonly, Lombok we use. So gradually you will understand what all these starter files are. And this is the uh, website that you can check for creating the Spring Boot initial file. So you have to give the group name, artifact name, package name, and this will create one um, in jar file for you that you can easily download and use in your project by importing it. So you can give the version for Java. So the minimum Java version which is required is 17 currently, you can see, right? And these are the uh, dependency management, like Maven, you can use Gradle, Groovy. So these are all available to you. So this is the current snapshot, latest one, 410 snapshot. And after adding, let's say we add Spring Boot web, then we generate. So you can generate and download and import in your IntelliJ or HTS or Eclipse anywhere, right? Let's go back. So we have seen what are starter files, what is embedded Tomcat server, auto configuration. So let's see this actuators. So what are actuators? So basically, Spring Boot actuator provide wide variety of production ready features like REST APIs it provide to you. So these REST APIs contain environment details. You can easily, these are production ready, right? So it will give you some REST APIs, some URLs that you can go and check the environment details and check up metrics and all for the running server. So that is very handy in case of production. So you can easily check how your code is behaving. So these are auto configured in Spring Boot. So what are auto configurations? So automatically configures these beans. Example, Spring Boot starter with the one that I've shown you. So it registers into the dispatcher servlet and view resolvers. So embedded servers no need to configure external server built-in Tomcat run as a standalone application. So we have seen like pre-configured dependency bundles. These are starter dependency, no need to manage version manually. Production ready features, Spring Boot actuators, health checks, metrics, environment details, all these are given. So initially, if we use Spring, then we have to manually configure all these complex setups. Now we are using Spring Boot, so we don't have to configure anything. It will be auto configured and the setup will be very simple. Yeah, that's it. So for more such kind of videos, you can subscribe to this channel and share this channel, tag your friends, comment there. I will be happy to help. Yeah, thanks. So let me tell you like about myself. Like I'm a senior software engineer and I have a 7 year experience in um, uh, um, many domains. Like initially, I was working on finance, then I worked on health, and yeah, multiple projects I've like handled in my past. So you can follow me as well on my Instagram, Sourabh Keshri, and yeah, on Facebook. Right. Thanks.